Yo, what is going on, guys and gals? It is your boy Inheritor, back at it again with the Rocket League coaching replay analysis. Let's do it. This is Chris OP here in Discord, and the in-game name he uses is ChrisWillett218. This is gonna be for the mode Devils. He is currently unranked, but was a former champ or gold 3. Sorry, can't read. And this is a casual game, still learning how to kick off properly and flipping in different directions, and had some time away from the game. All right, so that's what he wanted me to know. Before I get going here, if you are looking for some free Rocket League coaching, you're welcome to join the Discord. The link will be provided down in the description below. Let's do it. See what we got here, Chris. Okay, so real quick, I don't necessarily think it's a bad idea to cheat on a kickoff. It's fine, but keep your distance. When you're boosting here, right at the start, look at your current situation. Also, I see you have a bot teammate, but look at your boost. This is a problem. So if the ball happens to pinch to your side of the field, you have no boost to recover with. So instead of using your boost when you first start off on your kickoff, flip towards this guy and then just drive forward and sit right in this area. Like, don't drive too much more forward, but sit right in between those two. If you see a clear, a good chance to go for the ball after the kickoff, then continue going onward. But you don't want to be too close, because if you do end up too close, well, you could get scored on real easily. Anyways, continuing on. See, if you had that boost, you could have already been to the ball and not had to worry about going all the way back for boost there. Just a little unnecessary cut here, but ultimately speaking, your best bet here, instead of just sending the ball down to the other side of the field, would have been to try to probably get on this side of the, well, no, it's rolling this way, so you went to the right side of the ball, but you would have just had to slow down, like, as soon as you were about to touch the ball, and it would have popped up into the air. You could have tried to get it on top of your car for a dribble or something like that. But no worries. Okay, you have a teammate now. When your teammate started turning, I was like, no! Okay. I'm not. This is a difficult situation to read, especially with your teammate kind of just rushing in and not doing anything with the ball. So that could have potentially faked you out. After you landed here, you could have tried to immediately jump again, and it probably would have gotten a touch here. No worries, but your teammate is kind of just in la la land. It's all good. So the biggest thing about that particular play, overall play, watch yourself on your cheats. Don't push up too much, and save your boost. You're gonna need it. And think about different ways to go about controlling the ball rather than just shoot. Just blasting it wherever you end up hitting it. Try hitting the ball with a purpose. Okay, yeah, your teammate should have gone there. That's not on you. Left always goes unless spoken otherwise. Not bad waiting for the ball. I'm assuming you probably don't have much aerial experience. Just given based off of you didn't try to fly for that. Just fine. I do have a video for that if you want to potentially look into learning how to go about aerials. I do have a video up on YouTube for that. Okay, so big thing here. You're going back, which is fine. You should have been going back, especially with your teammate just kind of chasing them for no good reason. But yes, you rotated on the right side of the goal, and that's good. But you have 0 boost. So when you're rotating back and you have no boost, you want to make sure you're hitting all the little pads you can get, because each one's 12, and those things add up. That's a big thing to get into the habit of doing. Also, you're just kind of chilling, and I know you said you're still trying to figure out flipping in different directions and whatnot, but you do want to make sure you're flipping back to net in this situation, because if you were in a higher up lobby, well, this would have been hands down a goal. I would have stayed in net here, mainly because your teammate's still kind of flying around wherever. And it's a risky challenge, especially knowing that your teammate was not in a position to cover your position in net. No worries though. It's a pretty good challenge there. Good job following that up. This is something where you should have I would have looked with back towards the direction of your net to see where your teammate was, because if your teammate was able to go for this, first of all, this is an open net, but second of all, you would have been cutting them off by going right now. If they're there, they weren't. They were behind you, so that's fair. But always make sure you're looking to see where your teammates are. You kind of hesitated here. If you had jumped like pretty much right when you had stopped while you were still boosting, you would have hit that ball, because you would have gone up a little bit too. Done a little half aerial. Try to avoid rolling back here. I see you kind of backed up right now. So you started rolling forward, then you started going backwards. Try to avoid doing that as much as possible. Going backwards is always disastrous. This was not on you. Your teammate went for this and shouldn't have, and ultimately put you in a bad position. Once again, your teammate should not be there. Decent control with the ball there. You didn't need to leave it though. You could have gone up the wall and tried to follow it up, get a light touch towards the center, even though your teammate probably wouldn't have been there. But that's what I would have done, is to going up for it. I followed it up the wall and tried to get a touch towards middle. I don't know why your teammate didn't follow that, but to be fair, you were a fair bit back. In this situation, I would have been here. I always try to avoid being behind, like, okay, so I also have a positioning video to some degree. I would advise looking at that as well. But in that video, I discuss not being in the same quarter as someone. So quarters being, if you look at the field, you have the lines going down the middle and the lines going to the side at the half court line. This is all one quarter, and you are in the same quarter as your teammate. That sort of thing. You'll if you watch that video, you'll see in more detail what I'm talking about with that. But this could have been easily a goal if you were in a different quarter, but closer to the play, because you were sitting a fair bit back. Good challenge there. I would have kept following the ball though. You have more than enough boost. You didn't really need to go back. Just a little misread. It happens. Again, you're rotating back really slow. You want to make sure you're getting back to net as fast as possible, especially since your teammate is like never in net. Good job waiting for this. Good hit. I mean, I understand you waiting for the bounce to see what would happen, but I still would have tried to be a little closer to that, so that could have been a potential goal. No worries, no worries. Just keep in mind, I am thinking of this in the mindset of if it was in a gameplay at my own rank. So, you know, I don't expect you to be able to do all these things perfectly. I think I have a video on half flipping. I should. If I don't, I need to make one. But that would have been a really good time to half flip rather than doing a full turn. You would have been able to make it to that even with no boost. Well, if you did a half flip plus another flip, you would have been fine. Well, if you had done it as soon as you saw the ball going past you. But this is a perfect example of not cheating up too close. See how close you are right now? You should be back like right where that other boost pad is. But since you were close, if you were here, you would have been able to get it. But since you're up here, it rolled right past you. See what I mean? That's where I was mentioning earlier at the start of the game to be careful about cheating up that close. It's a perfect example. So hopefully that helps clarify what I was talking about when I was mentioning you were a little close. You kind of get caught up here and sort of confused yourself. This is a good time to turn off your ball cam right here. Well, first of all, slow down so you're not going faster than the ball and staying in front of it, but turning off ball cam, that way you can actually see where your car is in relation to the ball, and then you'll actually be able to control the ball considerably better. Getting bumped, nothing you can really do about that. Should be flipping back in that situation. Wasn't a bad idea waiting. I will say you waited a bit long, but it wasn't a bad idea to originally wait to see if anything was going to happen. Okay. When you go for your kickoff, you always want to try to think of it as hitting the center of the ball on your half of the field where the center line is. So you actually flipped away from that instead of flipping towards it. You would have wanted to go this way rather than this way. And that's actually the reasoning why it pinched towards that back corner, if that makes sense. This is actually a situation where you're too close to the play, and that happens. It happens to me even. But when you realize, like, you should be able to realize you're too close and then back off, like turn around, start heading towards mid. If you see something that you can do, then turn back around and go. Otherwise, you know, playing safe is your best option, which you did to an extent. You were just really close when you did it. Didn't really need to turn that early. Kind of put yourself in an awkward position. I would have gone back to that back corner boost, snagged that, and then that would have given me enough time to reset and think through my next move. It was unfortunate. This is another one of those situations where I mentioned earlier. I was like, try to avoid backing up, because it really just makes things even more awkward for you. Yeah, I mean, if it was me, I would have half flipped and gotten myself into a better position to go for either a shadow defense or just go into net if there's time to do so. So it was ultimately just awkward from that first hit you had. Good job following the ball. It's risky going for that, especially knowing your teammate was going to probably hit that, but good job. That was more of your teammate's problem than yours. It's just you got to play really careful when it comes to things like that. Good job going back to net. It was the smartest decision to do with your teammate going after the ball. Good challenge. Take those, right? Take those. Okay, you stayed back this time. Curious if there's a reasoning why. You did cheat on every other kickoff. I noticed you do this at least a couple times. I've seen you hit the ball like this. You hit it with the back end of your car, like you hit it back here. If you were to hit this right here on the ball with the nose of your car, that would have just been blasted right into the net. I'm not sure if that's what you were trying to do and you just didn't get to that point because you were too low on the ball, or if you meant to hit it with the back end of your car like that. Didn't need to go this far back. You could have picked up that mid boost and turned for that, even though your teammate's just kind of wandering. Okay, you used all your boost to get up there. You really didn't need to. Once you're supersonic, you don't even have to boost, and you'll stay supersonic until you turn again. You did get a little nudge here, which threw you off even more, but it made things... Well, doing that pretty much put you in a position where there was no chance you were going to get back, and your teammate was just... I don't know what your teammate did. Your teammate was just kind of flailing. You got scored on. Overall, your gameplay wasn't bad. Just a couple things to look at, and I pretty much kept saying the same things over and over again between, you know, your boost management, your placement on your kickoffs / in general, you know, things like that. So hopefully this video helps you, and also I will throw those videos that I mentioned in here in the description, so you'll be able to access those directly from this video. And yeah, I hope this helped you, man. That being said, good luck with your games, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace out.